Good evening everyone, me myself Kanchi Sefa and my ID number is 109753. Before starting my presentations, I would like to thank Sponsor ma'am for providing me this opportunity. Going inside the topic, my first topic is introduction. Culture affect how people communicate, work in team and make decisions. As different culture has different values and ways of doing things. Understanding cultural difference is important in business to avoid miscommunications and improve teamwork. Intercultural competence means ability to work with people from different cultures, and it is essential for business setting. It also involves learning different culture, adapting to different situations, and making effective communications while working with people from different cultures. And next slide is cultural influence on perception. As we all know that cultural influence how people, cultural influence on decision making of individuals and behavior interpretations. High context culture like Japan and many Arab nations emphasize long-term relationship, hierarchy, and implicit understanding. Whereas low context culture like US and Germany value direct communications, individualism and efficiency. I reflect on my personal experience of growing up in a low context culture where decision making was mainly focused on speed and personal views. However, working with the people from high context culture, I need to adapt to be more patient and make decisions taking different opinions. And next one is barriers to intercultural communications. As we all know that effective communication is important for decision making. What cultural differences, how people speak and view authority can create challenges. I learned this experience while working with people, while working with the Latin American team during a project. My direct way of talking, especially in sensitive topics, was taken as disrespectful because many Latin American culture prefer to communicate in indirect way. And from this experience, I learned that we need to be active listening and ask questions before making a decision. And the next one is non-verbal communications. Body language, gesture, and eye contact vary across culture, which can sometimes mislead misinterpretation and also can affect workplace interactions. I initially misunderstood the behavior of Latin American because in their culture, avoiding direct eye contact means showing respect. But when they avoid eye contact, I think that they were not interested in my project. And from that experience, I came to learn that non-verbal. It is very important to understand non-verbal communications because it can have a different meaning in different cultures. And next one is language as a barrier. Language differences can cause miscommunication, especially when English is not everyone's first language. For example, during a video conference with the Indian team, we face difficulty to understand project details because some of the team members doesn't have a good understanding of the English. And in that situation, we fix that problem by summarizing the key points and ask team members to use visual tools to make things more clear. And next one is dimension of culture. Upstreet dimension emphasizes in Western culture, upstreet dimension emphasizes independence, whereas in Eastern cultures it prioritizes group harmony. In Western culture, people make decisions by their own self, and in Eastern culture, people prefer to make decisions in a group. And next one is dominant culture patterns. In Western culture, people prefer to communicate directly and clearly to to avoid confusion, whereas in Eastern culture, people prefer to communicate in indirect way. And from this experience, we can resolve that while working with people from Western culture, we are supposed to make a direct communication and make direct decisions. Whereas working with the Eastern culture people, we are not allowed to make our direct decisions. We need to work in a group. And last one is contact between culture and immigration. As you all know that culture adaptation is very important while working with people from diverse culture. As individuals from different culture need to make decisions in a workplace. Immigrants, for example, need to balance their values from home country culture to their new culture. And to solve this problem, we need to understand and show empathy towards another culture. And in conclusion, we can say that understanding cultural differences can improve decision making, and awareness of non-verbal cues enhance teamwork and business success. Thank you.
Okay, just audience, the questions.
How do you define your experience of adapting to high contact cultures?
High context culture. While working with the team, while working with the team during a project, in high context culture, they make communication directly, and in that culture, personal views is more important. So,
Continuing from this, what are the benefits as an individual? Just if you are working with the high context cultures, what are the benefits you can personally gain?
we can make decisions quickly and effectively, and we don't need to think about others. Only our own decisions is needed.
Yeah, just you were talking about the dominant culture. Can you explain a few further explanation? What is the dominant culture and your own understanding? Give me an example, just a more personal example, just to engaging into a dominant culture.
Dominant culture means the group of people that have power and rights. And example of dominant culture is
Just an example that you can raise for that you have seen the dominant culture. This is just any example of a country or any society. Can you give me an example of dominant country?
North Korea.
Yeah, just then mostly the Western and the Eastern cultures, just that is within your explanation. You have taken Japan as an example, but at least the content what you have prepared, just if you can remember, you can bring that again, that's okay. Now, just in terms of the non-verbal communication, just what are the most attracted or most interested non-verbal communication to you?
Avoiding direct eye contact while performing some tasks.
Just what these the non-verbal communication issues, just basically what it creates the issues by just doing the non-verbal communication.
Because in some culture, avoiding direct eye contact means showing respect. But in some culture, avoiding eye contact means showing respect, and this makes a miscommunication.
Yeah, culture.